Hey everyone, I'm back. I decided to take a little bit of a break. It's been a kind of a really whirlwind of 8 months, and I'm ready to make space for tarot and to put more content out. If you really like this video, please please subscribe. It helps my channel grow. And I really just want to say thanks for tuning in. It means a lot to me that people would want to watch this. So thank you. And this reading, let me say this right before I start here. This is going to be for the earth signs. I'm going to do Taurus, Virgo, and then Capricorn and kind of do them sequentially. I'll put in some timestamps so we know where we stand, or you know where to find the videos, to find your spot in the video. So that was a long ramble. Glad you're still here. And I'm going to start the readings now. All right, we're going to start with just a normal Rider-Waite deck. You can get this off Amazon. And I shuffled them a little bit, but I'm going to give them one more quick shuffle. Oops, some cards wanted to turn over here. The Tower and the Three of Wands wanted to turn over. So let's see if they come out. Sometimes I think I'm a really good shuffler, and then sometimes I'm like, dude, like just slow down. All right. This sounds good. Okay. We're going to do past, present, and future. And I might clarify depending on how clear the message is, but this is going to be for Taurus. So tune in to this point if you're a Taurus. So we have the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles in the past means that you've had a situation where you've come to completion when it has to do with your material world, your job, your primary relationship, for instance. That can be material in terms of like your home and what you're building. It's having enough and more than enough and being very content. Now, this could just be in one part of your life, or it could be more of a big picture thing for you. And this is something that's happened either in the recent past or maybe like within the last year, you know, your last period of growth. We all go through these periods of growth, right? So this definitely has to do with this last period that you went through. You're finding how to support yourself. Next, in your present energy, we have the Seven of Cups, having to make a decision or feeling like you need to make a decision about something. This can be like shit or get off the pot energy I'm getting. Like, just make a decision. It's whatever it is, whatever you choose, maybe it'll be successful, maybe you're not, but it's going to be the right choice for you because you made it. And you have to trust yourself and your gut. And if you feel like you're not doing what your gut says, then that's going to really cause some issues for you. So even if you choose something that is going to be really hard, like it might bite you, like the snake in this card, I think that it's a lesson. You just have to learn lessons, and life works its way out if you listen to your gut. So that's kind of where you are now. You've had this period where you've grown and you've been able to support yourself, and that can take a lot of time, and now you're ready to make a decision about what you're doing next. Now in the future, where you're headed is more healing. This is the Four of Swords. So maybe you're at a point where you're ready to work on something that's going to require some time for you to back off and to think about what you're doing. Don't move too fast, this card means. This has to do with your intellect and the things that you're thinking about and how you express yourself. And sometimes like you have to, like you're becoming more self-aware of yourself, and you're realizing I need to take a break here from maybe a group of friends or an activity that you're doing that requires a lot of your mental space. Maybe you need to take a step back and just be like, is this really what I want? How do I fine tune this? You know, you can't, if you're going 20 miles, if you're going 200 miles per hour, how do you get yourself to go back to 20 so that you can be contemplative? All right. That was for Taurus, I really like that message, and I don't feel the need to clarify. But I am going to pick an animal card from my Wild Unknown. Here you go. Love this book. It is really educational. These cards are a lot different than tarot cards. It does follow the, water, fire, air, earth motif like tarot cards do, at least the minor arcana, right? But they're different. They have different messages, and I really think that they help bring a reading all together. And everything we might do is we didn't look at the bottom card, and that can kind of be helpful. Maybe we'll do that before we pick one of these. Whoa, the wolf wanted to come out there. So let's see what happens. All right. 2 of the egg cards showed up too. They're like, hello. But I'm not, we'll see what happens here. I just want to pick the top card. So the dragonfly. This is an air sign, so this does have to do with your intellect, your mind, your mental space. Let's see what that represents. I think I remember actually, but no, it's not the first. Sorry, please hold. Nightingale, peacock. Where'd it go? Here we go, dragonfly. Master of light, illusion, and the mind. The dragonfly is an ancient and ethereal creature that awakens a sense of wonder and awe. The dragonfly is a symbol of the mind, as it is always moving, shifting, shimmering, and changing. When the dragonfly card appears, it's worth considering the quality of your mind and perception. Are they restless or still, dreamlike or crystal clear? The situation at hand may be different than it appears at first glance. The dragonfly reminds us to calm the mind so the light of wisdom can shine through. And the advice is, if you're having challenging moments with this energy, which this does tie really well into these cards, having to rest, having to find a new perspective on something, so you can make better decisions. The advice here is to focus on your breath. That's what the dragonfly says. Calm down. There's this breathing exercise where you breathe in for 4 seconds, you hold it for 4 seconds, and then you breathe out for 4 seconds, and you just keep doing it until you calm down. And it's helpful. I try to use it quite frequently. Okay, so that's going to be our reading for Taurus. I thought that was a really good message for you, and it resonates with me as a Taurus, so thank you for staying with me. Now we're going to do Virgo. We're at the 808 mark here. Okay, here we go. Oh, Virgo, the second earth sign. More adventurous than Taurus, for sure. Taurus loves their home, and Virgo loves to make a home wherever they are. And that's one thing that I really value about Virgos. All right. I did just read Taurus, so I want to make sure I give these a good shuffle. We're going to pick 3 cards from this deck. This is the Rider-Waite deck. And then we're going to clarify if we need to. Sorry for that pause. We're going to clarify, and then we're going to pick an animal spirit card just to round out the reading. Okay, that seems good. So let's pick the first card. Let's see what's going on in your past. This could be the past, 3 months or the past year. It's just kind of this phase of your life that you're in right now. What has been going on in the past leading up to this phase? And that's the 8 of Swords. So this is a card, there's a lot of pain going on. It's feeling pain and anguish. But really, like, you can see that this woman, she's bound up and she has her eyes closed. But if she opened them, she would see that it's all right. And the castle is right behind you. And you can go to safety and you're going to be fine. But this is like pain, unnecessary pain that you're taking on. Your mind is racing, and you just got to calm down. So this may be happening for you Virgo, in the most recent past. Let's see what's going on for you in the present. Here are my cards. The Ace of Swords. So this is how you're going to get out of this right now. You're thinking, okay, I'm going to do something new. This is a new way of thinking, an epiphany. It's because you can see this hand's kind of just coming out of the clouds there, and that can represent an infinity, or that can represent coming from nowhere, like it seemingly just comes out of thin air. You have a crown on the sword, and that's this decision is going to bring you a lot of success, and I think that's a good thing. After you've been experiencing some pain, a new way of thinking is going to really be beneficial to you, Virgo. Now let's see where you're headed in the future. The Hermit. This is a big card of contemplation about being able to see where you're going, because you're on the top of this mountain. You can kind of see in other cards, in other versions of tarot, it's clear that he's on the top of the mountain, but when he's on top of the mountain, he can see where he's going. He has a good perspective. This is about having your inner light, but maybe needing to let it out. You have to let that inner light out, okay? That's so important, because if you're just holding on to it, you're not going to be fulfilled unless you start sharing that with other people. And that's when I think of that on myself, I think, do this tarot channel, like share what you're good at. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we all need to share what we're good at. And this just happens to be something that I love. And because of that, I'm able to let some of my light out. It may be kind of simplistic, but that's how I think about it. Okay, let's pick a animal card. This is my Wild Unknown. I love this. This is from Kim Kranz. I believe I got this off Amazon. All right, just one card for Virgo. You picked the cheetah. This is big. I remember what this card says a little bit. I'm gonna open the book, but it's solar energy. It's kind of like what I was saying with the Hermit. You have to let that inner light out, and once you do that, things move pretty quickly for you. This is a fire sign. It's inspirational to you. You're very passionate about whatever this is. This new mental state that you're in, you're really going to start moving because you're in the right zone, right? Okay, so let's look up this cheetah. Oops, oh boy. Here we go. So the cheetah, solar force, action, achievement, and it's very masculine energy, this says. We all have a masculine side and a feminine side. The cheetah is the epitome of the solar forces at work. The sun doesn't shine into the cheetah. It shines from inside the great creature and expands outward to brighten the universe. The energy within a cheetah personality is palpable to others, and they naturally attract an audience to bear witness to their remarkable achievements. Purpose and passion are the best fuel for a cheetah's forward momentum. So if you're lacking in those areas, reconnect to the why before you start running. And kind of like what I've been saying, this card, if you're working on this energy, you're going to need to reconnect to your purpose, Virgo. And that's going to be really, really important for you. I like this reading. I really like Taurus reading. I really like this reading for you, Virgo. It sounds like you're getting out of whatever this funk is that you've been in, and I'm really excited for you. All right, thank you, Virgo. Now we're gonna move on to Capricorn. Capricorn, I have a Capricorn in my life that I'm close to, so these readings, I always connect to them really well. So let's see how this goes. So we're starting Capricorn at 1440. Just a mental note for me. Capricorn, Capricorn. What's going on for you right now? For the month of July, in this period of time that we're in. Okay, that seems good. So I'm going to pick 3 cards. We're going to start with the past Capricorn, and then we'll go to the present and then the future. All right. First, we have the Emperor. This is Aries energy, big time Aries energy, fiery energy. Being able to express yourself in a very sturdy masculine way. Like, this is embracing your masculine side for sure. The Empress is his counterpart in the deck, and she's definitely, very, very different, more gentle, right? Like being careful with their words. It's the mother figure, and this is the father figure, the Emperor, and you're cutting through the crap. That's what I think about this card right now. So Capricorn, that's a pretty clear past energy for me. Let's see what's going on for you now. How are you moving with this energy now? So the Page of Swords, this is very much I want to say immature, but it's really just young energy here. Like you're learning how to communicate for yourself, or being able to fight for yourself, finding a way to express what you're thinking, not necessarily what you're feeling, or it could be expressing how you feel, but you really have to wrap your head around what you really feel. And before you start charging forward, and the next card in the deck is the King of Swords. So this is the card that comes before, and it's just kind of like you're taking your time expressing yourself, and maybe you're not quite ready yet. But let's see where you're going in the future. I'm super curious, because you've had this moment where in the past where you've really stood up for yourself. And by the past, I will say this is probably the past 3 months to the past year. It's this cycle that you've been going through recently. And then the Page of Swords is the presently you're trying to find a way to communicate. And it might seem like you're in a pause a little bit before the next phase. So where are you headed in the future? You're headed for the Two of Wands, and the Two of Wands, you're wanting to set out on an adventure, and this adventure is going to come from a passionate place, and you're looking at the world because the world is your oyster. The world, you can do anything, and that's what this card means, like unlimited potential and finding what you're going to be doing for the next part of your life, because it can be anything. Like you can see the mountains in the background. Like it's not going to be easy, but it can be done, whatever that is. All right, Capricorn. So I really like this energy for you. I am feeling like I want a little bit more. I didn't clarify for the other earth signs, but I'm just going to see what's on the bottom of this deck that I just pulled from. And that's the Temperance card. So this is how you're going to make that decision, is finding some balance in your life. Mixing things that don't necessarily go together, like fire and water, can be really challenging. But once you do it, you're going to be in alignment with yourself, and things are going to move really quickly for you. And you're going to be able to make that decision like what's in the Two of Wands here. All right. I really like that for you, Capricorn. I'm going to pick one more card. This is going to be the Wild Unknown Animal Guidebook, or Animal Spirit deck. And this is the guidebook. I really enjoy it. I have the guidebook because these are different than tarot cards. They do follow a similar motif in terms of like earth, fire, air, water. And because, swords represents air. And so on and so on. So let's just pick one of these animal cards. I just want to make sure they're really shuffled well. Okay. Here we go. Quick little ditty here. Card ditty. All right, here we go. So your animal card is the cheetah. So this is exactly what Virgo got. And it's about your solar force, your inner passion, making that inner passion come out. And I think, like I was saying with the Two of Wands, that's where you're headed, is to make a decision about what you're doing next in your future. And it has to be something that connects with your passion, which is your inner fire, your what makes you, and how you can put that out into the world most successfully. And I do want to say one thing about the cheetah. And if you don't feel connected to your purpose, this is your opportunity right now in your life to do that, to find your true purpose in life. It may not be what you've been doing, or it may be something in addition to what you're doing. All right. That's all the earth signs. Thank you for tuning in this long. I really enjoy this. I really hope you like it. This was kind of a long video, so I am going to put the timestamps in the comments or somewhere where you can find it. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Have a good July.